We're back. Or are we? Or is this just another suspicion within the immortal J. Slater case? So go and grab your brew, your cup, your drink, your tipple, and come on in. And welcome to Our Don's Reviews and True Crime. What do we think? The picture. Was it a picture from the Friends? Snapchat picture? Wherever it was from, even from CCTV. CCTV gets hidden. There is loads and loads of CCTV apparently that's hidden, but that's just apparently and alleged. Just like this picture. I'm not sure. Can somebody zoom in? Has somebody got the technology to zoom in and see what kind of watch is on Jay's wrist? Is it a Photoshop? Is it a Photoshop watch on his wrist? It could be anything really, couldn't it? Have a look. You decide. Put down in the comments what you think. Is there anything in this? It's just Jay, perhaps wearing a watch. Was it doctored? Can somebody look at the photo? Because you can tell there is equipment. It is specialised equipment. It does cost money, but you can find out whether it was Photoshop or was it a real picture. What time, what date stamp on the actual picture was it? So what was he doing? Just taking his case, he was getting boarded onto the plane towards his trip, the festival trip. The festival trip, remember, that the Burnley lot were going to the festival. I'm not sure what Ahab and Rocky were going to. They were going to something separate, but they kind of knew the Burnley lot, or they didn't know the Burnley lot. Ahab didn't know Lucy, even though Lucy was spoken about in the cafe. The cafe that's kind of sponsored by Potter Paper, because it's a cannabis cafe and they possibly do under the counter things, other things as well. She fiddled the paperwork, it was said, by Topical Juice, another YouTuber creator. Then he had to deny all knowledge and wash his hands of it because he knew that it was a bit dangerous speaking about it. But is there anything in that? Was Lucy known to Ahab beforehand? Is that why all the ex-criminals, nothing against ex-criminals, fine, I know some of those, and they are fine, upstanding people now. But what were they doing there at the same time as the Burnley lot? Coincidence? Don't know, still don't know how it was all connected, do we really? But this is it. It's all suspicions, isn't it? It's aroused the suspicions of Tales of Life. Please subscribe to his channel. Mark Smith aroused his suspicions. They're slightly new. They're not new, but it's kind of a new picture. New information. The lives are coming out with things all the time. The people on the lives are kind of, are they dropping themselves in it? Speaking. So without people coming forward, without an investigation, without an interrogation, without it done probably, without forensics arriving at the time of Jay going missing, we have nothing really. I don't think we have anything. Just a pile of suspicions isn't going to cut it. It isn't going to make any sort of case, is it? Nothing at all. The phone data is still floating around. The phone should have been checked at the time. I said that, but never happened. Don't think it ever will. There'll be a documentary. As I said, the documentary is nothing. A production company, we can all make documentaries and put it out there. and present what we want. We can put a narrative out there of whatever we want and label it as a documentary. Doesn't mean a thing. Inquest, there's been 2 inquests, that's it, 2 inquests. They acknowledged that he died of injuries that were related to a fall, regardless of any cactus cut, whatever cut on his leg, regardless was whatever was in his system, regardless of all the suspicions around this R.I.P watch, the picture, why they're all there, why they went miles up in the mountains, when one of them, or at least one of them, or more, had apartment rentals nearer the strip, nearer the nightclubs. They went miles up into the middle of nowhere because apparently they like quad bikes for a couple of days, but we don't see any evidence of them riding the quad bikes. Why would you just park up there and ride? Why would you talk about the views when you're not into hiking? You didn't even go and search for Jay. So you're not into hiking, you're not into searching. Game over. I'll leave it there, I think, because I'm pretty neutral, really. I have had my suspicions at the beginning, and all the suspicions I wanted opening out, but they're not going to open out. I don't think they're ever going to be opened out. Call me unpositive, but that's just my feeling. I don't think there are any investigations going on with the Guardia that is supposedly happening, but I don't think it will. No way. It's all gone, all over, just like the John George case. John George case. If you want to commit crime, do what Johnny Smith did, or supposedly did, allegedly, and you get away with it. I don't even think, if it wasn't involved with crime, with what John George went out there for, and it was criminal, it was a criminal activity that he went out there for. He was a convicted criminal, he did have history, and he went out there for some shenanigans, looking at brochures of guns, possibly arms dealing, who knows, he was doing something. But I think even without that shenanigans going on, if he was just a holiday man going out on holiday and went missing, as people do all the time, they go missing, the Guardia would not be interested. And if they found his body and he was murdered, they would not be interested at all. Call it lack of, can't call it lack of resources. Call it lack of funds, possibly. Call it lack of target-driven behaviour, because they've got targets. All police forces have got targets to hit. If they don't hit the targets, they're not going to waste their resources. So they're not bothered. Nobody's bothered, so you can get away with murder. Literally, get away with murder. That was just a short one today. Been busy, as usual. Even been baking low carb food. Low carb, what are they called? Low carb, almondy, floury things. It didn't really taste like the real thing, to be honest, but hey, I'm getting older and my 6-pack disappeared years ago. So I'm going to try and get a 4-pack back, even though I'm 58 this year, nearly a pensioner. So please like and subscribe if you want to, and also my second channel, Don's Courtroom. That's gone a bit quiet for a while, but I do intend to pull somebody in, and I will pull somebody in for questioning and decide, and you'll be the jury on that one, and we'll decide what happens with them. But besides that, Rosie says hello. She's tired. Done a lot of running with her today, and she's tired. I'm tired as well, and I'm going to go and put my head down shortly. If you do, please, when you do put your head down, please don't have any nasty dreams.